Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvenavaditamastu Mavit Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We'll chant chapter 16, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, verses 11 to 15. Chintamaparimayam cha Chintamaparimayam cha Pralayantamupashritaha Kamopabhoga Parama Etavaditi nishchitaha Chintamaparimayam cha Pralayantamupashritaha Kamopabhoga Parama Etavaditi nishchitaha Asha Pashashatair Baddhaha Kamakroda Parayanaha Ihante Kama Bhogartam Anyayenartha Sanchayan Asha Pashashatair Baddhaha Kamakroda Parayanaha Ihante Kama Bhogartam Anyayenartha Sanchayan Idamadhyamaya labdam Imam prapsye manoratam Idamasti me Bhavishyati punardhanam Idamadhyamaya labdam Imam prapsye manoratam Idamasti me Bhavishyati punardhanam Asau maya hatash shatruhu Hanishye chaparanapi Ishwarohamaham bhogi Siddhoham balavan sukhi Asau maya hatash shatruhu Hanishye chaparanapi Ishwarohamaham bhogi Siddhoham balavan sukhi Adyo bijanavanasmi Konyosti sadrusho maya Yakshe dasyami modishya Ityajnana vimohitaha Adyo bijanavanasmi Konyosti sadrusho maya Yakshe dasyami modishya Ityajnana vimohitaha. We have completed up to verse 10 in this chapter 16. The yoga of distinction of divine and demoniac nature. Daiva Sura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga. So he talked about divine qualities in the beginning, and then he is now talking about the demoniac nature and conduct from verse 7 onwards. So he said, there is, according to them, this world has no satyam. In the sense, people here, nobody is really true, and also there is no Veda Pramanam for this. It's all because of desire. That's all he says in verse number 8. They say the world is without reality, without foundation, without Lord, born of mutual union caused by lust, desire. That's it. So they say that there is no Satyam. They cannot penetrate and see the underlying divinity. So they say it's all desire. That's it. In fact, they say it's by chance. Buildings are just made up by throwing stones. By chance, buildings have come up. All kinds of permutation, combination, things have come. So why are you unnecessarily attributing to some divinity? There is no divinity, nothing. Just enjoy. As long as you are here, enjoy. That's their philosophy. So, holding this view, the ruined souls of small intellect, meaning no intellect, of fierce deeds. Fierce deeds means adharmic. They are only interested in catering to their ego. They think anything and everything is right for their survival. They come forth as enemies for the destruction of the world. As long as it's beneficial for them, it's okay. Otherwise, they don't mind even harming others for their personal sake. And then in 10 he says, this is the last shloka we saw. Abiding in insatiable desire. Kama ashritya dushpuram. Meaning, they are full of desires which is insatiable. Desire's nature itself is that. It's compared with fire. How much ever you feed fire, it will still consume and want more. So, abiding in insatiable desire, overpowered by hypocrisy, damba. So, this is the main trait of a demoniac person. As I told you, demoniac means one who is close to the ego. Divine means one who is close to the self. As you get closer and closer to the Atma, you become more and more divine. As you get closer and closer to the ego, you become more and more demoniac. Depending upon which side you are tending to, accordingly you will have your own philosophy. You understand? So they say, abiding in insatiable desires, overpowered by hypocrisy, damba. See, they won't be like that, but they'll be showing off. They'll be pretending. And pride. See, if you have some wealth, if you have acquired, it doesn't matter how they acquire. All wrong means they acquire. But they may have a lot of wealth and they may have maybe stolen information from others. Nowadays, easily you can steal information. And you say it's my knowledge. And then, even though you've stolen, you've amassed it with wrong means, you will still feel proud about it. It's not that you worked for it and you earned it. So he says, full of pride and arrogance. I am supreme. Everybody else is below me. And then gripped by evil ideas through delusion. Mohat vihitvat sadgrahan pravartante shuchivrataha. They work with impure resolves. There are people who do tapas to destroy others. There are all kinds of things they do. They may worship certain devatas, doing certain methods. Idea is to destroy others. You understand? So somehow they want to destroy. This is impure resolve. They work with impure resolve means a hook or crook, they have to enjoy. You understand? So that is called impure resolve. And they will do any kind of tapas. If they are told, you do this for 48 days, it will destroy the others, they'll do it. All they want is destroy the other fellows. Whomever they think are going to interfere in their line, in their so-called growth, which is actually swelling, not really growth, they will do all these kinds of things. No. He says, Mohat grihitvat sadgrahan pravartante shuchivrataha. There is all impure. There is no shuchi, there is no purity in the result. See, if there is something that I can do to gain some power with which I can draw others' wealth into my pocket, I will do that to gain that power. It's not that they're trying to do vrata to control their senses and calm their mind so that the self from within reveals itself. That is how divine people work. Divine people's tapas is what? They want to control their senses, they want to control their mind, they want to keep their mind calm, balanced, so that they are in as much as possible sattva, so that the divinity from within reveals itself. You understand? Everyone is essentially divine. But the divinity is obscured by our rajas and tamas. So when we do tapas to eliminate tamas, reduce rajas, as we do this, the sattva increases and the divinity starts revealing itself more and more. So when you do tapas for this sake, it is divine tapas. Other is different kind of tapas. I do certain efforts to come to that power. So once I am there, I'll have the button in my hands, which I press, so everybody's wealth will come to me. That kind of tapas. That is what he is saying. This is called impure resolve. That is how demoniac person functions. Because, see, all this from a totally different angle when we look at it. This is how a person who's given into ego can function. Because ego in itself is fake, false. So the false can only survive with support. So when you are given into it too much, then you need too much support. You understand? Truth doesn't require any such support. Truth stands on its own merits. False is not like that. I don't know whether this story is true, but somebody told me this. Apparently, those days when Einstein was being invited for giving lecture, many places he goes and gives lecture on theory of relativity and all that. So many times, same thing you repeat, right? Because different audience those days. So people have heard of Einstein, they've not seen. So in one place, Einstein was tired, so his driver said, I'll talk. You don't have to go, because same thing you're saying, I will talk today. So he said, okay. And driver spoke apparently. I don't know whether this story is true, I just heard it. But the point it drives home is very interesting. Then they started asking questions there. So that time the driver said, stupid questions you guys are asking, I'll send my driver. He sent Einstein, because Einstein's knowledge is original. No? He's not parroting. It's not borrowed. So when it is yours, when it's your own, you don't need support. When it is borrowed, you need all kinds of support. Shri Krishna never carried any book with him to the battlefield. In case Arjuna asks a question, let me keep some books for reference. No. You understand? So, that's what he's saying. The more you give into ego, he'll do all these kind of things, because chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upashritaha kamopaboga parama etavaditi nishchitaha.
the modern age?
Surabhi is asking a question. We'll take up this question in the end of the class, right? So what I was going to say is, when we used to go with Swamiji for his lectures in Mumbai, we used to stay in a guest house. So, there was a bed, like you see in the movies, looking very, obviously it must be very expensive. And so we used to think, hey, we should sleep on the bed. And next day morning when you sleep, the next day morning when you wake up with a back pain. I don't know why, something, wrong with that mattress. Nobody wants to sleep, might as well sleep on the floor. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's not the bed on which you sleep that matters. The sleep that matters. Isn't it? So similarly, here, this is what he's saying. The, demonic people, they are set with so much thoughts internally. There is, no peace. Yeah. Life is gone. As far as they are concerned, life is gone. It's a living death. And till death, they'll continue like this. Because they'll see, to deal with this, they'll do one more thing. And to deal with that, one more thing. So, they themselves get caught in that web. So, therefore, he says, beset with immense care, ending only with death, with sensual enjoyments. Their highest aim, feeling sure this is all. This is how a demonic person functions. Kama upabhoga. This is what he says. Kama upabhoga. Parama. That's the highest. Highest goal is what? Enjoyment. Kaupyo majaka. That's it. That's their highest goal. Nothing else. You understand? So he says, their highest parama, their highest aim. There is never Atman Brahman. Don't waste your time. Unnecessarily wasting your time. And especially at a very young age. No. This is the time to make money, man. This is the time to, it's not that you should not make money. That should not be the end all and be all of life. So what he's saying here is, that is the end all and be all of life for them. So don't get confused. I'm also thinking I should work to make some more money. Does it mean that I'm demoniac? When you think that is the end all and be all of life, then you should be concerned, not otherwise. So he's saying, Parama, that's the supreme goal. Nothing beyond. Because I must get this wealth. With that I'll get this power. With that I'll get this. Then I'll enjoy. Now the thing is, with the sensual enjoyment, their highest goal, remaining this as the goal till their death means what? They are really not enjoying. That's why in the previous sloka I said insatiable desire. They never feel that they've got enough. Hiranyakashipu, he was so threatened. Narayana? Who is Narayana? There's nobody. No, he's everywhere. Everywhere. Is he there in this pillar? Wreck the pillar and find out. Finish the fellow so that I can peacefully sleep. You understand? So he broke the pillar. Lord Narasimha came. He was finished. So the thing is, with sensual enjoyment, their highest aim, the whole life they are working with insatiable desire, with impure resolve. They are getting rid of so many competitions. They are fulfilling so many desires through this method, that method, every method possible, putting on a show and all that. Still, what is happening? Still they are having the goal of enjoying only, no? Which means what? They are never feeling, yes, I've enjoyed, I've got it. No, never. Feeling sure this is all. Iti nishchitaha. Etavat iti nishchitaha. Yeah, they are very clear. They are not having any doubts. They are clear in their head. 6 to 7 Wednesday Bhagavad Gita class attending, total waste of time. You understand? Rather, you do something by which you can get more money, more power, more name, more fame. That is even better. That is their resolve. They are very clear in their head. Wasting your time. And one life you've got. No. And that also you're studying about all these things. Where is the proof? Brahman, Atman. You tell them, no, you purify yourself. You'll be able to see. Now you show me. They are not really interested in seeing the truth. They are only interested in proving their point. Do you understand? That is how an impure resolved person functions. So he says here, beset with immense care, so much thoughts and attachment, ending only with death. Like I said, it should be understood as this is the thought, this is how they will be till death. Constantly running. After enjoyment, never enjoy. If the mind is relaxed, only then they can enjoy. The mind is constantly chasing, how can they enjoy? So therefore he says, sense enjoyments as the highest aim. See, when you indulge in senses, desire only increases. And then the senses loses its capacity to enjoy us. You understand? Senses loses the capacity to enjoy. Desire keeps increasing. Vasanas keeps increasing. You will be very dissatisfied. You will be neither materially nor spiritually satisfied. There is no way you are going to grow spiritually because vasanas are going to increase. Materially also you are never satisfied because your desires are only going to increase when you indulge. Because mentally you are thinking about it all the time. So that's why he says, chinta. There, externally they may have so much. Maybe they've got it through wrong means. Fine. But are they really happy enjoying? No. They are not really. It looks like that to you maybe. But inside, when will I lose it? When will it go? Will I be able to retain it? See, this yoga kshema tortures the head. Yoga means attaining what I don't have. Kshema means preserving what I've attained. Whole life goes in this. In the 9th chapter, he said, no. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate kesha nityabhiyuktanam yoga kshemam vahamiyaham. One who worships me with no other thought. They don't have any other thought. Only my thought is this. Anya chinta means other thought. Ananya chinta means no other thought. With no other thought, when they worship me, I give them both yoga and kshema. Sri Krishna says. They will attain what they haven't attained and they will be able to preserve what they attained. Here, these fellows are not thinking of the divinity or any higher goal. They are only thinking of the world, acquisition, enjoyment. Therefore, their mind is only thinking about yoga, kshema. Till they get it, I must attain this, I must attain this, I must attain this. Once they have attained it, preserve. How will I preserve? Defending champion. That's it. The World Cup is coming, they'll say, defending champions, defending. And the fellow is going on thinking, I shouldn't lose, preserve what I've got. That itself will make him play badly. He may even lose in the very first round. Sometimes it happens like that. he may lose to a newcomer very badly, isn't it? So that's what he's saying. Yoga Kshemam. That's it. It's must. This is their whole interest. So this is their mind. Mind is more important. No? What is inside? What's the point in the external paraphernalia? When internally there is no happiness. And internally there is no peace. So that's what he said. Next. Asha pasha shatair baddhaha kama krodha parayanaha ihante kama bhogartam anyayenartha sanchayan. Bound by hundreds of bands of hope. Asha. Asha means expectations, hope, desire. Pasha means the rope. They're bound by the rope called hope. That's what he's saying. This is bound by hundreds of bands of hope. Not just one. Too many desires, too many expectations. It's not like you've written the exam, you feel you've done well, and you are expecting good results. You haven't done anything. You are expecting, but as if, somebody is going to come and deliver few crores to you. This kind of thoughts. Suddenly you hit some luck. This will happen, that will happen. Constantly their thoughts are like this. Asha pashasha tair baddhaha kama krodha parayana. So kama krodha. Obviously, when you have too many desires, when the desire is obviously not going to be fulfilled, all desires, and all these unfulfilled desires are going to cause you agitations. And anybody who comes in between, if the desire is interrupted, you are going to be very angry. So bound by hundreds of bands of hope, succumbing to lust and wrath, anger, they strive to obtain hoards of wealth unjustly. Ihante kama bhogartam anyayena. Nyayana nahi, anyayana. Adharmic ways also, no problem. Unjustly. See, their head is, everybody is like that. Nobody is really truthful. They already said, they're thinking, world is full of asat. There is no satyam here. Everybody is like this. Everybody is acting. So this is not wrong. You understand? So you do unjust things. It is okay. You get it? That's what he's saying. Ihante kama bhogartam. Kama bhogartam. That is their only thing for sensual enjoyment alone. And ihante means what? They strive. They'll put in all kinds of efforts. For what purpose? Kama bhogartam. Even if it is anyayena. Anyayena means unjustly. Not with dharmic. Their efforts are not dharmic. A dharmic method also. So he says, ihante kama bhogartam. Anyayena. Artha sanchayan. Hoards of wealth they want to amass. That's it. They want to obtain. They strive to obtain hoards of wealth unjustly for sensual enjoyment. That's it. So, this is the state of their mind. Is inside their philosophy, their thinking is this. World is asat. It is come out through desire, and you live to fulfill your desires. How you came, why you came, karma, girma, don't think all these things. Kya karma, kya baat kar rahe? You understand? These desires you have now, fulfill them. enjoy. That's what everybody is doing. So you also do. So he already said, there is no Sat, Asatyam, Anishwaram, no Lord, no cause, nothing, and full of desire. It's come out of mutual lust. Only desire has done this. So you keep fulfilling your desires. Dharma, Girma, and all, don't worry. You've got one life. Enjoy. That's their philosophy. See, when Vedanta says this world is asat, it's completely different. What Vedanta is saying is this world is asat means there is Satyam, which is the foundation on which this world is manifesting or projected. That is what Vedanta is saying. That's why if you see, what did he say in the 8th shloka, I think, he says this world is asat. There is no truth. There is no foundation. And there is no Lord. Vedanta, when it says this world is asat, it doesn't say from this angle. When this fellow is saying it asat means there is no satyam in this world. So don't have value of truth and all. In that sense, they are saying. When Vedanta says there is no sat in this world means sat is actually the foundation of this world. So you should work towards that. That's different. Here there is no question of working towards that foundation and all. It's just fulfilling your desires. Whichever way possible, do it. Unjustly, if that is the way in which we can get it fast, we'll do it. When will I get it? By the time I work and I will get it, I will be already 70, 80. Who will enjoy? I have to enjoy. So I have to get it now. If it's only possible by some unjust method, I'll do it. See, Swamiji gives this example. He says one fellow was in printing business. Now you have to get customers, then deliver their order, print according to their satisfaction without any mistake. Then they will make the payment. Maybe they would have made some advance, but balance payment they have to get. So much struggle to get customers, so much struggle to follow up and get the payment. He said, Array, I'm running printing press. Why not I print money directly? You understand? That thought came. So he printed money and he got caught. So this is the thing. Unjust method. So much effort and all that to get directly you can do this. You see, everybody lies, everybody does this, everybody does that. There is no Satyam here. Baba, what karma you're talking about? See those fellows doing all so much unrighteous things and see they are very good. See this fellow, he's been very good, but see how much he's suffering. Maybe some very good fellow got cancer also. See, very good fellow, cancer. See that fellow, all nonsense he does, he's enjoying life. There is no karma and all. Don't you understand? Why are you wasting your time? That's how they think. That's what he's saying. Bound by hundreds of bands of hope. See, these hopes are really, the bands, they are tying him, binding him. So they are not free. They are not happy. They are tied by these expectations. And it's not possible for your expectations to be fulfilled. You have organized a wedding on the seashore. Okay. And not in some mandap. So there's no roof. You're praying, my God, there should be no rain on that day. Heavy wind also should not be there. Weather should be very nice. That's all I want. Now, farmers are praying for rain. Whose prayer God is going to answer? What is going to happen? We have no idea. Like this, you have so many desires, bands of hopes, expectations. You know, in the Vedanta Treatise book, Swamiji gives that example of cone lying on its base, cone lying on its side, cone lying on its apex. Cone lying on its apex, can it stand? It needs support. Otherwise, it can't stand. Cone lying on its base will stand properly. No need for any support. So, these Asuric fellows are like this. Cone lying on its apex. As if the whole world is there only to cater to their desires. All these people should work for my desires to be fulfilled. This is how their expectations are. It's not possible. So there will be constantly what? Agitation. They are full of lust and wrath. Succumbing to lust and wrath. Anybody who comes, anything happens, it's so agitated. There is so much frustration. So much frustration. This is called demoniac nature reasons. They strive to obtain hordes of wealth. They are not satisfied. The result that comes for the effort they have put in. They want more without even having put in effort. Unjustly. And all this is for what? Sensual enjoyment. That's it. Next. Verse 13. Ida madhyamaya laptam imam prapsye manoratham idam astidam api me bhavishyati punardhanam. This today I have gained. Idam adya maya labdham. This today I have gained. This object of desire I shall obtain. This is what they think. First thing, 13, 14, 15 is talking about a demoniac person from the physical, emotional, intellectual level. And he's now, demonic person himself is talking about himself. How they think. So he's saying, this today I have gained. Idam adya maya labdham. This is how they think. Imam prapsye manoratham. This object of desire I shall obtain. And this is mine. Also, this wealth shall continue to be mine in future. This is mine. And also, this wealth will continue to be mine in future. See, their mind can never be in present. By their own talking, you can understand. Okay, they are saying, no, this I have gained today. They won't enjoy that. Then they say, tomorrow I shall gain this. And this will be with me in future also. So their mind is never in the present. They are constantly disturbed. This today I have gained, the object of the desire, this object of desire, I shall obtain. I'll get it. This will become mine. This has become mine and this will continue to be mine. This will continue to be mine means what? There is fear. And they will do everything to somehow retain it. The possessiveness comes. They are totally dependent on it. And therefore, there is no peace at all in their head. This is with reference to the material objects. No. Then he's going to talk about emotional. Then he's going to talk about intellectual. And he himself is talking about himself. In the sense, how they will talk is what Sri Krishna is saying. See, this today I have gained. This object of desire I shall obtain. So when they say all these things, what is it showing? Firstly, it is showing that their only purpose in life is to acquire and enjoy. There is no higher purpose. There is no higher purpose, higher vision, number one. And number two, they are only counting the external. They are not having that intelligence to count the internal. They are counting the external as the wealth. Therefore, they are saying, this I shall obtain. So their thinking is what? By obtaining that, I will be happy. This is their thinking. Their idea is what? Happiness is in the object. Their idea is not that happiness is within me. Their idea is happiness is in the object. Therefore, they say, this I shall obtain. Today, this much I've gained. Tomorrow, I'll gain this much more. This much. They're constantly checking their bank balance. That's it. From that only they are getting the satisfaction. Right? And then, this is mine. Possessiveness. They have possessiveness towards their wealth. This is mine. And also this wealth shall continue to be mine. This is the problem. It will continue to be mine. See, world means change. Objects can change. Your mind can change. You can die. In fact, people are waiting for you to die so that will become theirs. Because, you've written the will. After my death, you go to them. But you are also doing tapas to not die. You understand? So they are waiting. When will this fellow go? When will I get it? But you are saying this is mine. It has been somebody else's. It's now come to you. It will go to somebody else. But stupidly they think that it is mine. And it will always be with me. Your mind can change. You can die. The object can change. Many things can happen. And therefore, because of this possessiveness and attachment, they are not at all happy. The Bhajagovindam says, wealthy fear the children. Wealthy fear the children means those who are attached to wealth fear the children. Children means anybody. Because they are waiting to take away his earnings. Therefore, he is afraid because he is attached. You are so afraid that if you fall off to sleep, somebody may take it away. So you want to sleep also, you don't want to sleep also. You get caught in such kind of living. So this today I have gained. This is how their mind functions. This object of desire I shall. There is no thinking of this much duty I have done. This much service I have done in the areas that I am obligated. There is no thinking. How much I've gained. They are only thinking about the result. There is no thinking about the action. What will I get? Not what I have to do. John F. Kennedy, he said, no, ex-president of America. Ask not what your country did to you. Ask what you did to your country. I think it's John F. Kennedy. This is ulta. They are not thinking about what duties I have, what obligations I have, which are the areas I've taken, how to repay. No thinking of that sort. You already said, no, Damba, hypocrisy, Dambo, Darpo, Vimanascha. He said that qualities of demoniac. Their philosophy is you should eat butter, ghee, everything, even if it means you are begging, borrowing, stealing. Doesn't matter. Beg, borrow, steal. But there can be no roti without ghee. You understand? And they are not thinking about repaying to the fellow from whom they have taken. It is his problem. Do you understand? This is how demonic, because they are only interested in catering to their ego. So, their whole focus is in gaining, not in giving. Their whole focus is that. There is only in gaining, not in giving. They don't understand that what goes around comes around. So if you give only, you will get more. They're only interested in getting. There's no question of giving. So when A meets B, they're thinking how I can use B to get more. They're not thinking in terms of how I can be of some service to B. This is not how they think. Whereas divine person thinks like that. If I can be of some service, and being grateful to the person who gave you the opportunity to serve, because service only purifies you. Only when you purified, divinity reveals itself. This is their thinking. The divine person's thinking. Demoniac person's thinking. So there is no question of giving. And even if they give, how will they do? How will they think? That is saying in the next sloka. In fact, he gives that in the next to sloka, not in the next sloka. We'll do next sloka. Asau maya hatas shatruhu hanishye chaparanapi ishwaroham bohi siddhoham balavan sukhi. This enemy I have slain. Is at the mental level. And others also I shall slay. I am the Lord. They have that superiority complex. And I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, happy. See, this is their words in their own mind. She says, this competition I have destroyed. Other competitions which are there, that also I will destroy. Then it will be what? Just me. Nobody else. I am the Lord. I am superior. So everybody is there only to serve me. I am supreme. I alone exist. I am the doer. This is how they think. I am the enjoyer. So, Ishwaroham ham bogi. This world is there for me to enjoy. I should enjoy. Then, Siddha aham. I am perfect. Balavan. I am happy. I'm sorry, I'm strong. Powerful. I'm Sukhi. I'm happy. They are not happy. They're psyching themselves. So, I am perfect. This itself is imperfect. First of all, a perfect person is not going to think like this, I am perfect. He is going to see, is there any imperfection that I can overcome today? You understand? That's how he thinks. He is not going to think, I am perfect. See, what they say is, there is nothing wrong in me. Everything is wrong in the world. So correct that. I am perfect. There is nothing wrong in me. World requires correction. I am powerful. Everybody is there to serve me only. And I am happy. See, obviously, they're talking like this, they're thinking like this in their head. They're not really, I am perfect, I am powerful, I am happy. They're psyching themselves. They're happy when they see the competition is destroyed. When they're inside, when you go, they're concerned. Maybe somebody else will come. Nobody should come. See, Hiranyakashipu took the boon from Brahma. He thought in all different angles where all the problem can come, and he thought he asked the best boon. He said, I cannot be killed during the day, in the night, not outside, not inside, not by man, not by animal, this thing that always he thought is asked the best boon. That's how the egoistic mind functions. That's what he's saying here. We'll take it up next week. Let's conclude. Om Purnamada Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.